Broadcasting Corporation and Globe My Business present Open for Business.
Greetings from the Philippines to the world. We are on Facebook Live on Eagle News and also on our streaming site, eaglenewslive.com. Watch us on our YouTube channel at Eagle News. I am Cesar Vallejos. Welcome to Open for Business. Join me discover the latest news and information in business around the world. Stay ahead of the curve from vision to action. If there is one thing that flourished beyond everyone's expectations in the global pandemic, that will be e-commerce. That is e-commerce. But for MSMEs who were caught off guard by the community quarantines, the small businesses who have not yet prepared for any digital transformation at all, where will they start? How will they build their online presence immediately? What are the available platforms that MSMEs can tap to build and scale up their digital presence in the new normal? And aside from the tools that are available, how can MSMEs shift to the digital mindset? In this episode of Open for Business, we are running the business consultation caravan of Globe My Business on the topic e-commerce, the bridge, the new normal. The panelists in this episode are Janet Toral, e-commerce advocate of the digitalfilipino.com, Petrus Paulo Carbonel, head of business development of Lazada, Griselda Roque, business development consultant of Globe My Business, as moderated by MJ Panganiban, e-commerce head, channel support and services of the channel management group of Globe Telecom. What is the importance of branching out and migrating your business to the digital sphere? And how can e-commerce help MSMEs in the new normal? This will be answered when Open for Business returns. Stay tuned.
This weekend, tara na't mamangha sa galing at talento ng mga Pinoy sa iba't ibang sulok ng mundo.
It's now or never. Have you ever seen the rain? It's so easy.
Abangan sila at mapawaw dito lang sa pinakamalawak na talent competition on Philippine TV and online. Ito ang Tagisan ng Galing.
The ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving.
This program is presented by SMC Infrastructure, building a better world. Sandig sugar-free white coffee, puno ng white coffee taste without the sugar, kaya lower calories. Try mo na Sandig sugar-free white coffee. Sarap ng white coffee, now sugar-free. Vet-approved Nutrichos, the only premium dog food with active boost for optimum energy and prebiotics that help strengthen immunity. Just like Catherine Bernardo, gawing listo ganado ang fur babies niyo. Listo ganado sa Nutrichos. Magnolia Chicken Templados, delicious, ready to cook and freshly marinated daily. Pure Foods Luncheon Meat, pure sarap for every family. Star Chunky Cheese Corned Beef, ang cheesy ng corned beef mo. Walang duda, kids can tell na #1 ang Pure Foods Tender Juicy. Ang tender, ang juicy, ang sarap. Co-presented by Cooper, expert in air conditioning and electromechanical. Also engaged in structural, electrical, fire protection, plumbing, and sanitary services. Cooper, your ultimate MEPS and air conditioning solutions. Unlad Incorporated International, fight against global poverty. New San Jose Builders Incorporated. Canrib Corporation, your ventilation and air conditioning specialist. Vita Herbs Philippines Green Coffee, masarap, mabango, at healthy pa. Puerto Rico Resort and Convention Center, Cabiao, Nueva Ecija. I love Puerto Rico. In participation with Rain or Shine Elastomeric Waterproofing Paint, Matinco. R Square Variables Incorporated, CompuZell Computer Services, Saisho International Trading Corporation, DN Steel, IMAC UPB Roof Corporation.
Listo at ganado ang baby ko sa vet-approved Nutrichunks with active boost and prebiotics na pampalisto. Made with real meat, with essential nutrients to help them grow healthy and happy. Listo, ganado sa Nutrichunks.
Skyway Stages 1 and 2, the elevated toll road system project, run from a section of the South Luzon Expressway from Alabang to Magallanes, Makati. The Skyway Stage 3 is an elevated expressway connecting the South Luzon Expressway through the existing Skyway Stages 1 and 2 to the North Luzon Expressway via Balintawak. Skyway Stage 4 is an 80-kilometer mixed elevated and at-grade toll road that will connect the existing Skyway system starting from the FTI section all the way to Bulacan.
Hey, Gretchen Ho here, and I'm a white coffee lover. Creamy kasi, and very yummy. Pero mas masarap kung hindi nakaka-guilty. Check my new discovery, Sandwich Sugar-Free White Coffee. Puno ng white coffee taste without the sugar, kaya lower calories. Try mo na! Sandwich Sugar-Free White Coffee. Sarap ng white coffee, now sugar-free.
Ikaw lang ang star ng buhay ko. Para sa akin, perfect ka. Ibang klase ang sarap ng corned beef mo. Ang cheesy ng corned beef mo. Pag Star Chunky Cheese Corned Beef, sarap ng corned beef, inangat pa ng real cheese cubes. Kaya perfect ang sarap. Star Chunky Cheese Corned Beef.
Janet, Petrus, and Chris, no? Maybe let's get things started, no? Maybe let's start with Janet. What does it really mean for businesses to have an online presence? Bakit ba siya need ngayon at paano?
Of course, kung gusto talaga natin na yung mga MSMEs natin, no, lalo na yung mga exporters, gusto natin sila magkaroon ng online presence. And online presence can mean in different ways, no? One is they can join marketplaces like Lazada, Alibaba, o yung mga iba't ibang mga sikat na online platforms. Second, of course, nothing beats having your own website para pag sinerch kayo, you can provide more information about your organization through your own website. And to make it easier for people to feel that you are an active organization, nandun yung social media presence. So parang importante yung tatlong yan pag sinabi natin may online presence tayo. Can you have one without the other? Yes, it is possible, pero hindi mo natatap yung full potential kung wala ka nung tatlong yun.
Thank you so much, Janet. Petrus, I guess it's already a no-brainer. What does it take to have an online presence? I guess the number one answer to that would be have a Lazada store. But go ahead, Petrus.
Yeah, like what Janto was saying a while ago. Talagang you have to maximize everything that is available to you. Ang maganda ngayon, napakaraming options ng ating mga MSME as entrepreneur. And most of these platforms are free. For you to be able to be on different shops like Lazada, it's free. For you to also have to be on Facebook, it's free. And then there are a lot of things that you have to consider. Actually, the bigger question later on is, how do I scale up and how do I be a bigger business later on? So, yan yung tinitingnan natin. And the marketplaces like Lazada are there to actually help you. So, the first thing is actually to start now. So, after starting, maraming tutulong sa'yo dyan. Meron yung mga platforms, may mga free webinars like this one. And then there are partners like Globe My Business to come in to help you guys make your business better. So, yun.
Yeah. Well put, no? Kasi I guess a lot of the challenges, personally, I've seen this in the past 10 years. Many wanted to go online, but a lot of them are tiptoeing to the idea na parang how do we go about this? Na parang, and then, fast forward to 10 years, di pa rin sila nakapag-umpisa. And Petrus really put it really well, no? Na parang you have to start today. You have to start immediately, no? And speaking of starting immediately and starting it right, Chris, what does it take for our MSMEs to go online?
Yeah. So to adapt to what Janet and Petrus said, actually, I think beyond going or online is, making more connections, is actually shifting to that digital mindset as well, which involves not only using technology, but also embracing that behavior or understanding the impact of technology to every aspect of interaction, as well as on how we do things. So especially right now that we have to adapt, we have to accept new ways of doing things. So beyond using the technology, it's also embracing that kind of mindset.
Thank you, Chris, Petrus. And we'll now shift to our discussion proper. And Janet, can you get ready? Because our first round of discussion will be led by Janet to share the challenges and the current state of business in the retail e-commerce industry and how the market has changed. So, and also to understand what are the changes implemented by operations. So, Janet, please take it away.
Thank you, everyone. So the part that was given to me is to talk about the e-commerce challenges in the Philippines, and let me quickly walk you through it. So when I got invited to do this presentation, I started thinking about the type of participants that we will be having for this event. And I think like many other people right now, whether you are an MSME or an exporter, I think our primary concern now is how can we benefit from all the benefits that e-commerce can give to our business. Kasi syempre, we cannot go back to how we do business. Like we cannot have a shop with full capacity of people. SRO, standing room only, is no longer an option. So definitely we have to tap into new ways of delivering our products and services online. If we made a lot of business plans last year, for this year, those plans have to be scrapped already because it's no longer viable because of the new changes required by the government. And when we think about our strategy, we also have to consider, are the markets still the same? That is why right now when you go online, people encouraging you to start your own business, venture into this, venture into that, go into freelancing and earn a 6-digit income, venture into franchising, earn a 6-digit or 7-digit income. Note that those income promises were based on business as usual or business before COVID-19. But now with business during this time and after when we enter the GCQ period, we have to make some changes on how we do business. Therefore, the strategy that we used to have in mind will not be viable anymore. And the market forces, I mean the policies that the government has, the private sector policies and the market policies are definitely going to affect how we do business. And I think the challenges for a lot of entrepreneurs right now, as shared by our resource person from Globe, is that we now have to look into not only boosting our technical capacity, we also have to boost our leadership capacity. We have to take the lead, no? And that is why we have to build our capabilities in terms of, okay, let's think about how are we going to restructure our business. Okay, let's figure out what technologies can we use so that we can maximize what e-commerce can offer to us. And what are the changes that we need to do in our business so that we can serve our customers better while meeting government requirements, while meeting community requirements, but at the same time meet our revenue requirements so that we can still sustain, grow our business, pay our employees, reach our revenue targets, and even grow further at this time. So these are things that we need to consider. And then when we talk about the new normal, because of these new challenges also, there are now talks about how about taxes, because we cannot tax businesses anymore like how they used to do business because most of them will not go to physical establishments now. We have to review how we do taxes and see whether should we really start looking into digital taxes and evaluate how much are they being charged right now, because at the moment how the policies for traditional taxes for traditional businesses is the same that applies online. But as we know, a lot of the entrepreneurs online are more of hobbyists and enthusiasts, and not everyone are formal businesses. And there are a lot of facilities that we are accessing right now that have no office in the Philippines. Therefore, as a result, the traditional tax rules may not necessarily apply at this time. No? So I think the general mindset at this point for many of us is that will we survive? Of course, if you have been in this competitive marketplace for so many years, Mark mentioned earlier that I started working back in 1997 for lobbying for the e-commerce law. I started venturing into the online space in 1995. Digital Filipino started in 1999. I remember 10 years ago, I was already thinking, will I survive the market? Like 10 years ago, I was already thinking of that because of the changes in the market. Especially with the rise of influencers and bloggers and marketplaces. So all of these are affecting the behaviors of the market. So if you are an entrepreneur, you really have to be bullish, and you cannot just relax because you know, your markets have a lot of choices. So what should we do next? How can we take advantage of these changes so that it can benefit our employees, benefit our customers, and at the same time help us survive the challenges of the present times? Now, when you look at studies and when you ask about how can e-commerce grow in the country, there are a lot of challenges that need to be addressed. And this includes the cost of smartphones, making internet accessible to everyone. That's why we're very happy when the quality of speed has been improved. Now that income is greatly affected and will be further affected as the market becomes globalized, whether depending on you, whether you would see that on an increase or on a decrease, then definitely we also have to think about how can we price our services better. What's the now there's also the concern of retail space, like where do you warehouse your products? When we now live in an environment that the home is the new office or is now officially declared as an office, what will happen to office spaces now? And then what will happen to the homes now? Kaya I'm sure when most of us cannot buy furniture and appliance, during the time when ECQ was declared, we are all in worry because now all of a sudden you're working from home, you realize you need a new charger, you need a new table, you need a lamp, you need a new filing cabinet at home, and then, oh no, my laptop, my desktop is broken. I left it at the computer shop. I cannot claim it until it is GCQ. So all of us have these traditional concerns and needs have to be met because now we're going to be working from home. Of course, the courier system has to be improved in order to serve many MSMEs in the country. I think the bank and the unbanked population has greatly improved at this time. I recall reading a news that where BPI mentioned that I think they now reach more than 90% utilization of online banking services. And because Mark and I have been discussing this for quite some time. We've been lobbying for tax simplification in the country, the issuance of electronic receipts, the issuance of electronic invoices. And I think because of these developments, that is now happening, not because of pressure, but more because it is now a need. And greatly as well, where all of the government offices are committing to improving and making their websites much easier to use for all of us. Will there be funding for startups? I think, of course, funding may be affected, but I think there will be more funding for startups because of these developments. Now that all of the businesses are affected, that they cannot do business as usual, it will lead to rise of new startups catering to these new requirements, and funding can go to those types. Now, are we ready to go back to business? I think as early as April, at least half of the Filipino internet user population believe that advertising should go as normal. We should all go on as normal. I think as entrepreneurs, we need to survive, and our employees also want us to survive. So they want us to see functioning the best way that we can despite all the limitations and restrictions, so that we can keep the economy growing and help others in this space. And I think the role of DICT has been, I think it has proven itself to be very critical at this time. Last year, around November, December, they launched the new framework for Digital Philippines. And it's an interesting vision, but actually when you look at where we are right now, this is where we live right now. All of a sudden, we now have to embrace flexible learning, adapting to digital classroom. We're now seeing government making an effort for us to apply for our subsidies, loans online, among other things, like that is a form of digital government. We're now seeing barter communities rising online, paving the way for digital communities where people are really helping one another to go through the challenges that we have right now. People working from home, and you have the digital workforce. Although I'm not sure where we are on the digital workplace. No, maybe that will still emerge later on, and we will see changes with that. So kindly allow me to end this session by sharing to you very quickly on our end. The one way that we can help you in terms of getting digital is we provide learning resources on how you can build your web presence and how you can do marketing online. You can even get a certificate if you will complete the requirements by June 15. Take a screenshot of this. You can go to bit.ly/ecom-advocacy, and completers will also get a free slot on Google and Facebook advertising webinar on June 16 if you were able to complete the requirements on or before June 15. All right. So on an ending note, if we want to thrive and survive and do well in this time, we have to increase our technical and leadership capacity, go out there, build movements, build communities so that you can influence others and sway them to what you want them to do online. And you have to consistently market yourself online. You have to consistently keep in touch with your market, because that is the only way that you can build momentum. And momentum, of course, is the leader's best friend, according to John Maxwell. Thank you very much.
Eagle Broadcasting Corporation and Globe My Business present Open for Business.
Now, so we've seen how things have shifted in the e-commerce retail industry. So let's now talk about opportunities in e-commerce industry. I guess from the perspective of an online marketplace, what are the advantages of shifting to e-commerce? So let's hear it from the expert and the e-commerce giant himself, Mr. Petros Carbonell.
Hi. Thank you, MJ. Thank you, Janet. Very informative. And I hope a lot of us are starting to learn and learning all again. No? So basically, what do I want to do? No, it's I want to inspire. So sana may ma-inspire ako today to go online. Because for me, my perspective, at least from Lazada's perspective, today is still day zero. A lot of the data a while ago was presented, and we're seeing that even before ECQ, even before quarantine, pataas na siya. May trend na going into e-commerce, going into these technologies, and people going online. Ngayon na nag-quarantine, these trends have been accelerated. And we're seeing a lot of customers staying online, going there. Our basket sizes have been there. And again, for an MSME, the beautiful thing nowadays is that you have a lot of options. Now, today, kasi I'm part of Lazada, of course, I'm going to talk about Lazada examples. But there are a lot of things you can do actually to help your own business. So going online with other social media platforms, making your own website, there's nothing stopping you from doing that. But ano ba yung for me, for my business, no? Thinking from a perspective of an MSME, what's in it for me? So yan yung discuss natin today. So first of all, challenges, no? Of course, yan yung uunahin natin. Pag ako yung MSME, ano yung tinitignan ko? Tatlo yung basic challenges we're seeing. First of all is payment. Yan, so hirap tayo magbayad. Paano ako makakuha ng payment, di ba? So lahat ng negosyo, of course, gustong mabayaran. Kung hindi man ako magnenegosyo, kung ayokong mabayaran, di ba? So that is one of the most important things. Pangalawa is logistics. How do I get my product to my customer? Or my end product, whether it's a service or a digital good, or is it an actual product? How do I get it to the customer? And at the end of the day, it is quality. So itong three factors when we're talking about this, these are the three things that people usually have a problem na parang ito yung hindi ko magawa eh. Kasi once you have this solved, then it is easier for a customer to trust you and it is easier for you to do business. So for us and Lazada, ano examples namin dyan? We realized that we had to build a lot of things around this. No? So first of all is payment. So kailangan may COD. So again, a while ago, and I guess everybody's aware of this, that COD is the most preferred type of payment right now. Although ang dami ng options ngayon, and it has been growing. So before, almost all have been COD. Now it is growing smaller kasi people are also being more aware dun sa benefits of having an e-wallet, having it digital, and not doing COD anymore. The next is logistics. So, especially in the early parts of Lazada, we had to create a logistics network of our own. So we had a lot of partners, and we're still continuing to partner with them. But we also, to help logistics, to help spur growth, we have our own to help mga MSMEs to not worry about this anymore. And of course, quality. When you go online, you create your own website, you create your own store on any platform, on Lazada, for example, you will have to create that experience of quality. So, yan po yung mga solutions that we're trying to look at. And then at the back end, marami din yan. Pero why will I go to e-commerce in the first place? Ano ba yung mga advantage sa akin? So the biggest advantage, of course, is mas malaki yung customer base. So for example, on Lazada, we have a 60-40 split. 59% female, 41% male, and halos lahat ng transactions namin is going mobile. And very important to note this kasi if I am a business and a legitimate business doing offline, how do I translate it going online? Kailangan ko to be aware of yung mga taong bumibili sa akin at paano sila na bumibili, which is going mostly on mobile. But for me, the advantage is I have the capacity to do nationwide business ngayon. So from before, offline, diba? When you transition offline, ano ba yung best thing to do? One of the things is, if I have a retail store, mas maraming foot traffic, o mas maganda ang pwesto ko, mas madali ako makakabenta. But online, it is actually sky's the limit. You can have a nationwide access and you can have a store. One store can serve the whole Philippines. And that is something very important that we have to see as an MSME. So ngayon, ang binibenta ko, nag-stock lang ako for yung mga suki ko, lahat ng 4 na pamilya down the road or within 5 kilometers. Now, we are seeing that you can do business on a national scale. So again, for me, my role is to inspire you. As an MSME, what's in it for me? I can go nationwide. I can have more customers. I can have more sales. The second is, pag may mga gantong cases, like for example sa COVID-19, we are able still to do business. Kasi one of the things that in business, that the principles that we need is you have to create alternative sources of revenue. So hindi pwedeng lahat ng eggs mo in one basket. And what we say about e-commerce is this is a new sales channel for you. So if you're going to invest your time or resources, think of it as e-commerce having a new sales channel. And ang maganda dito, you don't have to invest so much in terms of money, in terms of land, in terms of pwesto, but you have to invest your learning. You have to invest your efforts into creating this new sales channel of business. So amidst ECQ, for example, right now in Metro Manila, kung saan ako, and a lot of places within the Philippines, people in e-commerce or businesses who already have businesses in e-commerce are able to operate safely from home. And I mentioned home kasi most of us are MSMEs. A while ago, I was seeing in the poll, nakalagay na a lot of them don't have a marketplace presence yet. More than 50% have social media presence. And what is the barrier? Karamihan doon nakalagay, a significant portion is saying, I don't know how. But again, that's why we're here today. And the second is also, of course, my internet connectivity. And I think that's why Globe, my business, is right here with you to be your partner. So Lazada's here, Janet is here, and my Globe business is here for you guys to, contact and take advantage of kasi we're very happy to have you online. Again, all of us, our goal is to help MSMEs go online. And amidst ECQ, e-commerce has allowed business to continue. So actually, ang goal for all MSMEs is to go online now. So I will keep on saying this, go online now so that you can go national and grow your own business. And To be specific, no, tignan niyo yung pictures sa screen. So, before, itong isang business namin, isang partner, 2012 versus 2019. Ang warehouse niya, very different. Nakita niyo yung growth dun pa lang sa mga pictures. Give you numbers, 600 square meters, 10 yung staff niya, 30 orders per day. And now, at the end of 2019, 1,500 square meters na yung kanyang warehouse, 75 na yung staff at 1,000 orders per day. Baka sabihin niyo sa akin, ay, baka old na numbers na yan. No, actually, during ECQ, we have seen very successful businesses. For me, again, my role is to inspire everybody to start going online because today is still day zero. Ang laki pa ng potential na pwede natin gawin in the future. So for me as a business, going online has so many benefits. So if you want to start your journey with Lazada or at least, I have my contact information on the screen. You can go directly to our site. And then you can also approach any one of the business consultants later on how to start your journey. So again, thank you to Globe My Business and to everybody here.
Thank you so much, Petrus.
This weekend, tara na't mamangha sa galing at talento ng mga Pinoy sa iba't ibang sulok ng mundo.
It's now or never.
Abangan sila at mapawaw dito lang sa pinakamalawak na talent competition on Philippine TV and online. Ito ang Tagisan ng Galing.
The ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving.
This program is presented by SMC Infrastructure, building a better world. Sandig sugar-free white coffee, puno ng white coffee taste without the sugar, kaya lower calories. Try mo na Sandig sugar-free white coffee. Sarap ng white coffee, now sugar-free. Vet-approved NutriChocs, the only premium dog food with active boost for optimum energy and prebiotics that help strengthen immunity. Just like Catherine Bernardo, gawing listo, ganado ang fur babies niyo. Listo ganado sa NutriChocs. Magnolia Chicken Templados, delicious, ready to cook and freshly marinated daily. Pure Foods Lunch and Meat, pure sarap for every family. Star Chunky Cheese Corned Beef, ang cheesy ng corned beef mo. Walang duda, kids can tell na #1 ang Pure Foods Standard Juicy, ang tender, ang juicy, ang sarap. Co-presented by Cooper, expert in air conditioning and electromechanical. Also engaged in structural, electrical, fire protection, plumbing, and sanitary services. Cooper, your ultimate MEPS and air conditioning solutions. Unlad Incorporated International, fight against global poverty. New San Jose Builders Incorporated. Canrib Corporation, your ventilation and air conditioning specialist. Vita Herbs Philippines Green Coffee. Masarap, mabango, at healthy pa. Puerto Rico Resort and Convention Center, Cabiao, Nueva Ecija. I love Puerto Rico. In participation with Rain or Shine Elastomeric Waterproofing Paint, Matimco. R Square Variables Incorporated, CompuZell Computer Services, Saisho International Trading Corporation, DN Steel, EMAC UPB Roof Corporation.
Listo at ganado ang baby ko sa vet-approved NutriChocs with active boost and prebiotics na pampalisto. Made with real meat, with essential nutrients to help them grow healthy and happy. Listo, ganado sa NutriChocs.
The South Luzon Expressway, a 36-kilometer long road that runs from Alabang to Santo Tomas, Batangas, connects several commercial and residential areas in the Greater Manila and the provinces of Laguna, Cavite, and Batangas. This will soon be extended all the way to the province of Quezon.
Hey, Gretchen Ho here, and I'm a white coffee lover. Creamy kasi, and very yummy. Pero mas masarap kung hindi nakaka-guilty. Check my new discovery, San-May Sugar-Free White Coffee. Puno ng white coffee taste without the sugar, kaya lower calories. Try mo na! San-May Sugar-Free White Coffee. Sarap ng white coffee, now sugar-free.
Bakit natin ipinagluluto ang mga mahal natin? We want them to feel special. Sa meaty luncheon meat that we serve. If your pure intentions had a taste, it would taste like Pure Foods. Pure sarap, Pure Foods luncheon meat.
She'll be talking about choosing the right channel and how you can smoothen your operations digitally. So, Chris, please take it away.
Thank you, MJ. So it's a pleasure to join this session to discuss the tools and technology for e-commerce to help your retail business to adapt to the new norm. So we've seen earlier during the poll and actually during our inciting that a lot of MSMEs right now are actually interested into getting into e-commerce or having an online presence. But the challenge there is really on how to be onboarded. So hopefully after this session, you will learn some stuff to help you get into e-commerce and as well as to set up your online stores. So when ECQ came, actually around 80% of the businesses have to shut down except for the essential goods. So, but we have to continue serving our customers and operate our business. So a lot of MSMEs, given the COVID scenario, we have to adapt and reinvent in order to survive. So in the new norm, some of the biggest question there is how do we transition the business from a brick and mortar store to an online business? So some of the questions that we hope to answer during discussion is one, how did the COVID crisis change the customer experience? Second, how should retail businesses design their customer experience in order to adapt? And lastly, what is the role of technology in terms of being able to survive in this COVID scenario? So given that right now we're thinking about a lot of things, and then for a business owner, maraming iniisip eh. So where do we start? So that's where Globe My Business comes in. We are your trusted digital partner. So whether you're a new company or you've already started your business, so we have the right digital solutions for your needs. We're known actually to provide mobile and internet services, but we also have relevant digital solutions to help you create success in your business. Globe My Business is committed to helping your business grow with the use of technology so you can provide a seamless experience to your customers. So given this, we've identified the key aspects that we need to provide or we need to recreate in terms of giving that smooth e-commerce experience with the use of technology. So first, you need to be discoverable. Second, convenience is key in terms of ordering and setting orders for our customers. Third, contactless payment. Of course, it reduces the risk of infection during this time. Fourth, on the fulfillment and delivery, we want a seamless processing experience for the orders and delivery of goods with our suppliers and partners. And lastly, we encourage giving loyalty programs and promos as it adds value to the total customer experience. Next slide, please. Okay, so these are just the summary of the e-commerce tools. Actually, it's the basic. It's a guide for those who want to get onboarded. So we have online presence and product promotion. Second is for order and buying. Third is the cashless payment. Fourth is on the fulfillment and delivery. And lastly, it's for feedback and retention. For step one, in discovery, so of course you have to establish yourself online. So there are a lot of options there. You can set up your own website, actually with the payment gateway. And then you can get onboarded with e-commerce platforms like Lazada, wherein they have already established channels and logistics partners, and they can cater to a wider audience. At the same time, you can also make use of the free channels like social media, like Facebook, Instagram, and then post your products for to a targeted audience. And then there's also an option to have online presence optimization. So whether you have a website or a social media platform, you can choose to have ad booster or boosting your product presence online. So yeah, so you can set your target customers and prefer to boost your key products or services. So actually for Facebook, you can partner with Globe My Business we can help you promote or boost your ads, and then tie it with your plan or your postpaid plan with us. So instead of having credit cards to use in creating or paying for those ads, you can actually tie it up with your postpaid plans and then charge it to your monthly bill. Okay. For the second, of course, for the communication channels, you want to have a smooth process to be given to your customers to allow them to place their orders through different channels, like, for example, via voice, so mobile and landline channels, SMS, chat, email, and then maybe you can set up a multiple channel platform wherein you can get orders from all of it, from social media, and then at the same time consolidate it into one platform. So you have a single view of everything, and then you can monitor your inventory well. Okay. Also, in terms of efficiency, you can stay connected and at the same time monitor your stock levels while seeing everything in one single system. Okay. For the payment, I think it's already a given that contactless payment solutions right now are increasing, and the use of like GCash is popular right now, given that we have restrictions in physical contact and then face-to-face transactions. So it's actually more than protecting the customers, it's also protecting your own employees and your suppliers by limiting the risk of infection. So apart from that, you can achieve better cash flow management and perform secure transactions with convenience. So in terms of fulfillment and delivery, we have these back-end systems. So Cloud POS is actually for monitoring your daily sales transactions real time and reviewing inventory reports. And then also for warehouse and management is keeping track of your inventory levels, as well as partnering with your suppliers in terms of the delivery. And then lastly is for if you have your own fleet, if you have your own trucks and fleet, there's also a way for you to monitor those vehicles and see if the routes are being optimized, and you can actually monitor the real-time locations of fleet. So you can ensure that the goods are being delivered to your customers at the right time. Okay. For loyalty programs, of course, it adds value to your customer experience and boosts retention. So for a loyalty platform, so you can reward your customers for their frequent purchase. And then you can also have that option to blast SMS to your customer list through secured SMS alerts. So if you have like, for example, an ongoing promotion, like a 10% off because of a Mother's Day promo or Father's Day promo, so you can actually send a message to your customer list and make them aware that if they visit your website, they can avail of this particular special offers. Okay, and then lastly, for securing network and data, so it's also important to make sure that your network is secured so that you can protect your transactions or financial records and also your customer data. And to achieve that, you have to put this in place, and also make sure that your data is backed up daily and to a secure server that is accessible 24/7. Okay, these are just the summary of the tools that I've mentioned. So if you're interested to know more about it, if you have inquiries about these products, you can join our consultancy session later and ask about these particular items. So to end my session, one of the key takeaways here is actually obsessing about your customers. So an excellent customer experience is actually what differentiates successful businesses from the rest. Fortunately, technology helps us to do it. However, it's actually up to us to onboard ourselves and to shift that digital mindset into doing things. Thank you.
Yeah, and very well said, no, Chris. Let me just go ahead let me just go ahead and bring out some of the questions already, no? So we actually have a question for Lazada. Hello, I have a question for Mr. Petrus. He had mentioned that one of the solutions for e-commerce is to have an in-house logistics. Having an in-house logistics will have internal cost. Ay, talaga, meron talagang cost. How will you market if you're incurring additional cost? Will the cost be passed on to the customers? Right now, deliveries are high and very competitive. Well, ano ba talaga? High or competitive? No? But anyway, how can you have a low delivery fee but also in-house? Petrus, care to share your insight?
Yeah, no, that is a concern talaga in terms of logistics. But in terms of e-commerce, one of the biggest most important things in parang backbone ng e-commerce is logistics. So it's a necessary investment. Now, how do you make that work for a business? So there are a lot of ways, no. So for me, I have three things. No, first of all, you can make it more efficient on the business side. So as a business, you can have partners, you can negotiate rates. You can negotiate yung volume nyo if you have the volume. Then you can make it more efficient and mas cheaper for the customer and more cost efficient for the business. The second is customer side, you can encourage bigger baskets. So you can ask the customers to put all their buyings into one bigger basket. So mas cheaper yung overall cost for logistics for you. And then the third part is actually technology. So technology includes mga platforms. So Lazada, for example, we have our own logistics kasi we believe that if you get more goods together and then they're delivered together dun sa isang courier, for example, it is cheaper overall for that customer and also for the seller. So overall, may mga savings na nangyari dun. And at the same time, we use technology a lot. So we have mga systems in place, mga warehousing systems, mga warehousing programs that will be able to make it more efficient and more effective for the business and the customer alike.
Okay. Well, thank you, Petrus. No, we also have another question here. I guess we're going to direct this to Janet. Janet, somebody asked, no, my business is already present in social media. Can you share some tips on how can I make my product post and ads more attractive?
I guess di siya basta-basta masasagot nang hindi natin siya nakikita, 'di ba? Pero I think ang pinaka-importante is mag-run ka ng social media audit kasi yung kailangan mo mag-audit para makita mo yung performance mo, ma-measure mo siya by the numbers. And then as you experiment on new campaigns, then you can run an audit again a week later para ma-compare mo yung performance. Kasi the moment you start really measuring kung how you are improving week by week, doon mo makikita kung ano yung nakiklik, ano yung hindi nakiklik, at yung mga nakiklik, pwede kang gumamit ulit nun. And more importantly, yung mga posts mo, ilan ang inquiries na nakukuha mo at ilan eventually ang nakukuha mong sale. So kapag na-track mo yung behavior ng user sa site, sa social media accounts mo, depende kung paano ka makakapag-promote, then mas makakapagplano ka kung paano mo pa siya gagawin mas attractive. Kasi lahat yan, testing eh. Yung attractive ngayon, pwedeng next week hindi na siya attractive eh. Kaya consistent testing ang gagawin mo sa kanya. Kaya maganda rin na may nakakausap ka, humihingi ka ng input, tinitingnan mo yung ginagawa ng iba, kung ano yung nag-work sa kanila, and take inspiration from them as you continuously improve your campaigns.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Janet. Question for Ms. Chris. So she mentioned a loyalty platform. Can she cite an example on how to build loyalty and to encourage the user visit the website or app? And secondly, since GCash payment is on trend on the retailer's perspective, they also want to include GCash as payment method, but the problem is how. Some feedbacks are saying that Globe has too many requirements, like when they have a lock-in with other supermarket and the like. So, I guess parang ano daw yung loyalty platform and how they can actually get hold of GCash as a payment for business, Chris.
Actually, for the first question, a loyalty platform is it sort of rewards your customers for every purchase. If you notice, given kapag physical store, for every visit, for every purchase, meron sila nakuha mga stamp. So we encourage nga na we shift to digital right now. So it's like getting points, collecting points for example, if you purchase an item and then on your second purchase, you get another point. Or for example, if you get 10 items, the last one is free. So there are actually several platforms available right now. So one of it, we have like Rush. Depending on the setup or depending on the type of business that you have, you can set up or you can design the how to reward your customers. So whether that's on a per purchase or depending on the number of points, you can provide them like a free item, a free GC, or for example, a free service. So there are different ways. So as I said earlier, you can actually, if you have questions, our team provides a free consultancy. On the second question, we understand naman yun sa GCash that right now there are a lot of merchants who are interested into going to a contactless payment solution. That's why our GCash team has actually smoothened the process. Later on, we will have we can also discuss the process na kasi we've cut down the number of requirements and then make it the turnaround time in terms of processing is more faster this time around because there's a need for us to onboard the merchants more smoothly and more than fastly. So yun, so feel free to ask. We can actually walk you through the whole process and then get you onboarded.
As mentioned, you can actually explore yung Rush for loyalty programs. And for the GCash enrollment, I think yung team naman ng ating Globe My Business will be able to attend to you. Again, thank you to our panel of speakers today and to everyone who joined our 4th Business Consultation Caravan online series. Now, can we have our panel of speakers again? Maybe give us a few words, maybe a key takeaway, how to get started in this digital age. How do we actually go online? Janet,
Yes.
your key takeaways for today?
Thank you very much, Mark. I think ang gusto kong i-share sa mga participants natin na lalo na yung mga nagsisimula pa lang to really take a chance, no? Mag-practice kayo. You can easily sign up in Lazada. Just click on how to sell. Makakapag-sign up kagad kayo, makakapag-explore kayo sa loob. Meron din silang mga free tutorials dyan. Punta kayo sa Globe My Business Academy. Ang dami rin nilang mga lessons doon on how to get started online. Take advantage of it. I shared my links earlier. Marami rin kami mga free learning resources online. Kumbaga, nandun ang lahat, no? For free siya. And then, kung kailangan nyo na makakausap, ayun, kung meron kayong pwedeng makausap na pwedeng magturo sa inyo, pwede rin. Kung meron nag-offer ng free consultation at pwede kayong i-guide, take advantage of it as well para yung learning curve nyo mas mapaiksi pa. So, I think it's really deciding that you want to do it and at the same time taking action. Kasi thinking about it can only go so far. You really have to do it. Just do it, just do it, just do it. Do it now, do it now, do it now.
So for today, again, I would like to echo what Janet was saying a while ago. Simulan na natin to. We should start. It will take time. Of course, may learning curve din yan na we might see na parang the first few months, baka hindi tayo masyado masaya dun sa results. Pero eventually, you will see after a few months and then after a few years, it will always come back to you tenfold, hundredfold. And this investment right now will be sure to, you'll be happy in the future. So start learning now. Start looking for the right people to partner with. So the speakers are all here to help you out. And then there are businesses that are there to help you out. And then yun yung mga makakasama nyo sa journey nyo online. So don't hesitate. Even if just reaching out to me or to anyone you want to reach out. So please do so.
Yeah. Find the right partners. Work with the right partners. And maybe Chris, our takeaway for this morning.
Okay. So just to add on to what Petrus and Janet said, so my key takeaway for today is actually on focusing on your customer experience. So there are different ways to actually shift your business to an online version of it, and then technology is actually helping us to do so. But in the midst of that, actually, our purpose naman is really to help our customers to discover us. So apart from getting new sales and making us more available, it's really smoothing or making it more convenient for our customers to contact us, to get in touch with us, and then to communicate with us. So focus your design in terms of giving that convenient customer experience. And then also, yun nga, if you want to learn more about the technology, there are a lot of technology available, and try to experiment kung ano yung mag-fit doon sa type of business that you have.
So again, I'd like to thank again our panelists, Janet, Petrus, and Chris for joining us this morning. So SMEs, on the days when you need to learn more tips and tricks on running your business, or just want to be inspired by success stories of other SMEs like you, check out Globe My Business Academy online by visiting mybusinessacademy.ph. And on the days when you're ready to upgrade your business with more technology, you can go to the Globe website for our products and business solutions. Contact our assigned account managers or dial 121 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. So again, my name is MJ Panganiban. We wish everyone to please take care of yourselves, stay safe, stay safe at home.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Petrus. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Globe. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Makinig kayo sa aking payo. Ito ang tandaan ninyo. Huwag sasaksi sa mga bagay na hindi naman totoo. Huwag magbibitiw ng mga salita kung hindi ka naman sigurado, lalo kung nakasalalay dito ang dangal ng isang tao. At sa mga nakikita sa internet, huwag agad maniniwala. Mag-ingat upang hindi kayo madaya. Dahil alam naman natin, hindi lahat ng balita ay tama. Maging matalino. Huwag magpapaloko. Mag-ingat sa pagpo-post, pagla-like, pag-share ng kung ano-ano. Dahil baka mamaya hindi mo na namamalayan, isa ka na pala sa mga tao nagkakalat ng maling kwento.
Thank you for watching Open for Business. Join us again in the next episodes of Open for Business for more insights from CEOs, thought leaders, and industry experts promoting business development in the Philippines. See you again every Saturday and Sunday here in Open for Business, where we discuss business information, deliver the latest business news to keep you informed and open for business and be ahead of the curve from vision to action. You're on Facebook Live on Eagle News, and you can watch us again in the video section of the Eagle News Facebook page and on eaglenewslive.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Eagle News. And here is Julianne to tell us of the many ways to donate and be able to help health workers and frontliners through the FYM Medical Foundation as our beneficiary.
Here are the many ways to donate and be able to help health workers and frontliners through the FYM Medical Foundation as our beneficiary. First, donate via pymy.co/EBC. Just use any Visa, MasterCard, or JCB credit, debit, or prepaid card and donate by logging on to pymy.co/EBC. Just choose an amount you wish to donate and enter your card details. Second, donate via the PayMaya app. If you have a PayMaya account, you can easily donate by scanning the QR code you see on the screen. Just log on to your app, click the scan button, point your camera to the QR code that you see on the screen, and enter the amount you wish to donate. Third, donate via PayPal. For PayPal app users, just log on to eaglenews.ph and click the PayPal Donate Now button found at the upper portion of the website. Input the amount you wish to donate, click Use this donation for Enjoy Music Beyond the Crisis, and choose between Donate with PayPal or Donate with a credit card in order to enter your additional information. Fourth, donate directly to the EBC bank account that is flashing on your screens. You can complete transactions online or directly with your banks. Fifth, donate over the counter using ebc.pay8.app. Just go to ebc.pay8.app or scan the QR code and you can now choose to donate over the counter via the app. After typing your donation details, you can choose your payment options including over-the-counter payments like Palawan Express, LBC, EasyPay, and Cebuana Luwilier. You can also pay through credit and debit cards and mobile e-wallets using the ebc.pay8.app.
Mark Bautista, Gladys Reyes, and many other talented singers and artists will perform on Sunday Enjoy music beyond the crisis for Open for Business. This is Cesar Vallejos, who will live in interesting times.
Eagle Broadcasting Corporation and Globe My Business present Open for Business.